Ever wondered about the power of a few keystrokes? The ability to change the world hidden behind a screen? Welcome to a realm where the unsung heroes and villains alike don digital masks, where the battlefield is the boundless cyberspace. This is the realm of hacktivism, a fascinating fusion of hacking and activism. From political protests to monumental leaks, these digital warriors have etched their stories into the annals of cyber history. Join us as we delve into the mysterious world of hacktivism. In 1982, a digital worm changed the course of warfare. This was the year when the first known hacktivist attack took place. In the heart of the Cold War, a tiny piece of code, a worm, was used to disrupt an important Soviet gas pipeline. The worm was not just a simple nuisance, it was a calculated act of sabotage. It caused the pipeline system to malfunction, leading to an explosion so large it was visible from space. This wasn't just an act of destruction, but a loud statement that the digital realm was now a battlefield. This event was a turning point in history. It marked the beginning of a new era where cyber warfare became a critical aspect of national security. The use of a digital worm to disrupt a major infrastructure system underscored the power and potential of hacktivism. And thus, the era of hacktivism was ushered in. Fast forward to 2003 and the world witnessed the birth of Anonymous. It started as an idea, a concept that resonated with a group of people on the internet. Born out of the chaotic and creative breeding ground of the image board 4chan, Anonymous was initially a collective of like-minded individuals who believed in the freedom of speech and information. Their first major hacking endeavor targeted a global entity that many would have considered untouchable: the Church of Scientology. This operation, famously known as Project Chanology, was a response to the church's attempts to censor an interview with a prominent Scientology member from the internet. Anonymous retaliated with a series of protests, pranks, and of course, cyber attacks, marking their arrival on the world stage. And so, from the depths of the internet, a faceless entity was born. With no leader, no hierarchy, and no identifiable members, Anonymous became a force to be reckoned with. A faceless entity was now a force to be reckoned with. 2010 brought with it Operation Payback. This was a year when the hacktivist collective Anonymous took a significant leap forward. The operation targeted several major corporations, marking a shift in their tactics. Rather than focusing solely on governmental and political entities, they turned their attention to the business world. The catalyst? These corporations had taken actions against WikiLeaks, a platform known for its commitment to transparency and freedom of information. Their targets included giants like Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal, who had blocked transactions to WikiLeaks, effectively cutting off their financial lifeline. Anonymous struck back, launching a series of distributed denial-of-service attacks, temporarily crippling these corporations' online operations. This was a clear message from Anonymous that they were not just a group of online pranksters. They were a force to be reckoned with, ready to defend the principles of internet freedom and transparency. The world of business had now entered the crosshairs. 2011, the year the digital world helped fuel a revolution. The Arab Spring, a series of anti-government protests, uprisings, and armed rebellions rippled across the Middle East. But this wasn't just a fight on the streets, it was also a battle in the digital realm. The hacktivist collective known as Anonymous played a pivotal role in this cyber warfare. Anonymous provided a digital shield for the protesters, battling against government censorship. They launched attacks on government websites, leaking documents, and exposing corruption. They facilitated the flow of information, ensuring the world saw the reality of the ground situation. Hacktivism was no longer just about poking at the establishment or standing up for digital rights. It had transcended into something much more potent, a tool to amplify the voices of the oppressed, a weapon to fight tyranny. Anonymous had shown that in the hands of the willing, hacktivism could be a catalyst for revolution. Hacktivism had now become a tool of revolution. 2011 ended with a bang, with the Stratfor email leak. As the year was drawing to a close, a massive cyber attack hit Strategic Forecasting Inc., better known as Stratfor, a global intelligence company. This was no ordinary breach. It was a hacktivist operation, aimed at exposing the underbelly of the intelligence world. The hackers, associated with the infamous group Anonymous, penetrated Stratfor's defenses, gaining access to a trove of confidential emails. What they found was a Pandora's box of secrets, revealing the intricate web of global intelligence and its often murky operations. These emails were then leaked online, causing a shockwave that reverberated around the world. The aftermath was a stark reminder of the vulnerability of even the most fortified systems, and the lengths to which hacktivists would go to expose what they perceived as injustice or corruption. In the end, the Stratfor email leak was much more than just a cyber attack. The world of intelligence was not safe from hacktivism. It was a wake-up call, a message in the digital ether, echoing in the halls of power. 2013 saw hacktivism take a dark turn with Operation Last Resort. This was a moment when the mysterious gray-hatted figures of the internet decided to retaliate against the U.S. Department of Justice. The catalyst? The treatment of Aaron Swartz, a renowned hacktivist and co-founder of Reddit, who faced an aggressive prosecution for data theft that many believed was unjust. In this operation, hacktivists breached the government's security systems, openly challenging the very institutions that are supposed to protect us. The message was clear. They were willing to go to extreme lengths in their pursuit of justice. It was a defining moment in the history of hacktivism, showing the world that the digital warriors had the power to shake up even the most secure systems. The impact was profound, causing ripples in the cybersecurity world and raising questions about the morality and consequences of hacktivism. Hacktivism had shown its darker side. In 2015, personal secrets were no longer safe. In a daring act of hacktivism, an unknown group breached the fortresses of the infamous Ashley Madison website, a platform known for its controversial promise of discreet extramarital affairs. The hackers, who called themselves the Impact Team, were not just interested in causing chaos. They had a moral agenda. They exposed the personal data of millions of users worldwide, from email addresses to credit card details. The fallout was immense. Marriages crumbled, reputations were tarnished, and in some extreme cases, the exposure even led to suicides. The hackers had made their point. No secret was safe on the internet. This hack served as a chilling reminder of the vulnerability of our digital lives. It highlighted the thin line between privacy and exposure, and the immense power wielded by those who can cross it. The Ashley Madison hack was a wake-up call, a stark realization that even the world of online dating was not immune. Scene script, 2016, a year that shook the world of the rich and powerful. The Panama Papers leak, an event of monumental significance, sent ripples across the globe. Named after the Panamanian law firm from which the data was siphoned, Mossack Fonseca, this leak is considered the biggest in history. To put it into perspective, the leaked data, if printed and stacked, would be 3 times the height of the Eiffel Tower. This wasn't just a data breach, it was an exposé of the world's elite. Their offshore companies, their hidden assets, their secret dealings. The data leak unveiled a network of more than 200,000 shell companies, implicating 12 world leaders, 128 public officials, and countless high-profile individuals. What made this leak unique was the sheer scale and scope of the information revealed. It provided a rare glimpse into the opaque world of offshore finance, a world often shrouded in secrecy. From politicians and billionaires to celebrities and sports stars, no one was safe from the fallout. The fallout was immediate and far-reaching. In Iceland, public outrage over the prime minister's undisclosed financial dealings led to his resignation. In Pakistan, the prime minister was disqualified from holding public office due to his family's offshore wealth. The revelations also triggered global protests, investigations, and calls for reform. But the Panama Papers leak did more than just expose the rich and powerful. It highlighted the fundamental flaws in global financial systems and underscored the urgent need for transparency. It sparked a worldwide debate on wealth inequality and tax evasion, issues that continue to resonate today. The hacktivist behind this leak remains unknown. Their identity is as shrouded in secrecy as the world they exposed. What we do know is that they used the pseudonym John Doe, and that their actions have had an indelible impact on the world. In the end, the Panama Papers leak served as a stark reminder of the power and potential of hacktivism. It showed that, in the digital age, even the most secretive institutions are not immune to exposure. The world of the rich and powerful was now under scrutiny. 2017, the year the world was held ransom. In the heart of May, a malevolent force known as WannaCry ransomware unleashed its wrath upon the digital realm. Hospitals, corporations, even governments were paralyzed, their data held hostage. Originating from a flaw in Microsoft's Windows operating system, this cyber beast spread across networks, encrypting files and demanding a Bitcoin ransom for their release. The scale was truly global. In the United Kingdom, the National Health Service was hit hard, with operations canceled and patient data inaccessible. Across the globe, hundreds of thousands of computers fell prey in over 150 countries. The creators of WannaCry, believed to be the North Korean hacker group Lazarus, had turned the digital world into a battlefield. This was not merely an attack. It was a wake-up call, a reminder of our vulnerability in this interconnected world. The digital world was now more dangerous than ever. From disrupting warfare to fueling revolutions, hacktivism has played a significant role in shaping our world. From the worm against nuclear threats to the infamous WannaCry ransomware attack, we've delved into the history and top 10 gray hat hacks of hacktivism. As we've seen, this digital activism holds immense power, but also potential dangers. It's a tool that can topple governments and corporations, yet also harm innocent individuals. As we step into the future, one can only wonder what's next in the world of hacktivism.